Zach Hunt.
Keep it going for Terry. So I don't really have a cult joke as much as I have a cult story. Like, I got into a Twitter feud with Jim Irsay back when the Giants were here for the Super Bowl. Because, like, he had a competition where he was giving away money and tickets to go see the game, and, like, nobody could find them the whole fucking week. So he's like, all right, if you can solve this fucking riddle, you win. And it happened to be the Jim Carrey movie, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And that's, like, one of my favorite movies. So, like, once my brother gave me that hint, I was like, that's what that shit is. We put it down, and it was. Because everybody out there had the same fucking answer. And he picked somebody else, even though we were first. Because we made one grammatical error. The and And I say we, it was my fucking brother. I'm not owning that shit whatsoever. But like, I was like, dude, like really, you're gonna like, you spent this whole week trying to find somebody and you're holding me accountable for an A? You're a bitch. And he blocked me like instantly. There was no like, let this fester. It was like, oh, fuck you. And like, I still hold resentment because like, he's probably the most successful drug addict I know right now. And I say that as a former drug addict. Like, if I got pulled over in Carmel with a bunch of pills, I'm not gonna be telling you about my free guitar exhibit 2 years later. I'm gonna have somebody else play me like a fiddle in prison. And speaking of which, last night I was in Fountain Square doing a show, and I got there a little early because like I like to, go over my act. And a gentleman pulled up in a black car, and I thought, oh shit, maybe it's somebody here for the show. That's cool. Well, he came up to the car and he said, hey man, you got any ice? Now, if you don't know what ice is, it's more than just the shit that's in your beverage. It's another name for crystal meth. And I'm gonna say this dude's a fucking psychic because, like I said, I've used this shit for 2 years. I've been 7 months sober now. But for him to like automatically go, hey, that shit you used to do, you got it? That's skill. And I said, no man, I've been sober. He's like, all right, you alone? Now, if you've never been asked this question, I don't care if you are alone or you're not alone. The answer's always fucking no. Because in the next statement's, all right, duct tape. So like, then he's like just kind of hanging there. I'm like, all right, yeah, this is probably a situation that needs to end. So he sees me smoking weed. He's like, well, can I share that with you? I said, I'll do you one better, man. You can have it. I'll share this with you, but I'm not going to share the hepatitis. And so like, he kind of mumbled something, and I'm just like, nah, because whatever it is, I'm probably fucking not on board with it. But he made sure I understood what it was. He said, nah, man, I'm saying, do you want some head? I said, I appreciate the offer, but no thank you. So like, he proceeds to like work on his elevator pitch because he comes back inside and sets up shop in the bathroom. Smart thinking. Go where the dick's gonna be. You can't really turn down the offer if the dick's already out. Like, he caught me in a car. I'm not sitting in a car with a dick in my hand. But I am at a urinal. So like, they had to kick him out, and like, only one other comic came up and told me, but 3 people apparently were positioned with this offer. So somebody fucking accepted. And I'm assuming that's the person that got caught and not told. And I'll end on this one. With New Year's coming up, like, we've all had like extremely fucked up New Year's, great New Year's, drunk as shit New Year's. But have you ever had a New Year's that's so fucked up that like, it pretty much takes every other one out of the park? Like I said, I've used meth for 2 years, and that wasn't even the worst New Year's. Like, I slept during those. And that doesn't sound like some shit you do on meth. But like, the worst one was probably before that. My girlfriend at the time was in jail for minor shit, meth possession and domestic abuse charges. Just normal relationship shit. And then I'm sitting there at the party, I'm like, I'm not really enjoying myself. So I call an Uber, and the driver picks me up. I'm like, hey, before you take me home, can you run me down to the gas station so I can get some papers? He's like, sure, I can do that. I was like, that's fucking nice of you. So I go inside, get the papers, I come outside. He's like, you can sit in the front if you want, man. I said, that's cool. I paid for the back seat. I don't think I'm gonna use it. So as we're going, like, he's kind of like trying to say without saying, like, hey, I got some money if you know somebody that wants to sell me something for something. I'm like, well, my girl's in prison. Commissary is a hot commodity. Maybe we can work this out. He said, or a guy. So there's pretty much dead air the rest of the ride. So we get to the house, he says, look, I'm gonna cut the bullshit. I'm gonna offer you this immediately. I will give you $1,500 if you suck my dick. And that is a very fucked up way to end the new year, right? But you know the beauty of that is, even though the new year ends shitty, you wake up and it's a brand new year, right? And a brand new start. And what is a better way to start a brand new year than with $1,500?